Well, hello and welcome to another video by Financial Learning. On today's video, we're going to be talking about CleanSpark's mid-January update. We're going to be looking at them compared to a few other companies in terms of that Bitcoin Treasury reserve. And we're also going to be looking at their wallet ID, checking out that mid-month Bitcoin mining metric. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, jumping into this slide, this is the Bitcoin Treasury holdings. We're actually going to talk about the top 5 companies. This is a mixture of companies that purchase Bitcoin as well as mine Bitcoin. If you'd like to look at some additional companies, I do have this full snippet. You can see basically the top 20 here, but for the intents of this video, we're just going to focus in on the top 5. This information can be found online on bitcointreasuries.net. I will put it in the description of this video. But jumping into number 1, this is MicroStrategy Inc. Their ticker symbol is MSTR. They have a total Bitcoin HODL amount at 450,000. And as far as price goes, if you look, I'm using, as of this video, Bitcoin price was sitting at 99,594 per Bitcoin. So that does give MicroStrategy a total Bitcoin Treasury US dollar value at 44.817 billion. One thing to point out, MicroStrategy Inc. is not a Bitcoin mining company. They purchase spot Bitcoin at various prices throughout the year. So we will talk a little bit more about the Bitcoin spot pricing versus Bitcoin mining pricing as we continue on to number 2, Marathon Digital Holdings. That is ticker symbol MARA. They have a total Bitcoin Treasury holding at 44,893. And again, using that same Bitcoin price in US dollars, they have a Bitcoin Treasury value at 4.471 billion. And Marathon Digital Holdings, they are a Bitcoin miner. However, they also purchase spot pricing Bitcoin. So if you look here, this is from one of their press releases. You can see in the 2024 year, they mined a total of 9,457 Bitcoin, but they also purchased 22,065 Bitcoin. Again, this is just in 2024. Looking at that total HODL, and this is as of December 31st, this is in line with this bitcointreasuries.net update. They have 44,893. So again, this is a Bitcoin mining company that decided to utilize some of their money in order to purchase Bitcoin at spot pricing. They were kind of following in the footsteps of MicroStrategy, as some of these other miners have also chosen to do. Looking in at number 3 on the list, this is Riot Platforms. That is ticker symbol RIOT. They have a total Bitcoin Treasury holding at 17,722. And that price of that Bitcoin Treasury is sitting at $1.765 billion. And for Riot, they did put out an SEC filing back on December 13th, 2024. So between the days of December 10th, 2024 and December 12th, 2024, company did acquire 5,117 Bitcoin for a total purchase price of approximately $510 million. This was raised via convertible notes. And the average Bitcoin price that they did purchase this spot Bitcoin at was 99,669. So looking at this specific snippet in time, Bitcoin price was sitting at 99,594. So that would actually give them a slight P&L loss from this spot Bitcoin pricing purchase. So that's why I think it's important to really differentiate the difference between these companies that purchase Bitcoin straight out versus mining the Bitcoin. Most of these Bitcoin mining companies are able to mine Bitcoin at a price less than $50,000 all in per Bitcoin. So that gives them about a 50% discount compared to the current prices of Bitcoin. Looking at number 4 on the list, this is HUT8, that is ticker symbol HUT. They have a total Bitcoin holding of 10,171 for a Bitcoin pricing at 1.012 billion. And again, looking at HUT8, this is again a press release from them. The production amount was just as of September 30th, 2024 at 9,106. But then they also mentioned as of December 18th, 2024, they had purchased 990 Bitcoin. So again, their all-in current, and this includes some of their additional mining, is sitting at that 10,171. So if you were to subtract that spot Bitcoin purchase of 990, they would actually fall below number 5 on our list. This is CleanSpark Inc., ticker symbol CLSK. They are a pure Bitcoin miner. As of this video, there has been no spot Bitcoin purchases announced by CleanSpark. So they have a total Bitcoin treasury holding at 10,097, and that Bitcoin valuation comes in at 1.005 billion. And again, as I mentioned, they are just a Bitcoin miner, no spot Bitcoin pricing at all. All right, jumping into this slide, this is CleanSpark Inc.'s mid-January Bitcoin mining update. You can see some of the wallet activity on the right, and then I went ahead and put it into a little Excel table here on the left. One thing I did want to note is CleanSpark does not include the first day of the month in their Bitcoin mining numbers. Instead, they include the first day of the next month in their numbers. So if you were looking at their December Bitcoin mining numbers, they actually use January 1st in those. So when I'm looking at the January metrics, I'm actually going to start on January 2nd and then go through to January 15th as of this recording. So looking at that from the 2nd to 15th, they had a total month-to-date Bitcoin mine at 303.9. And again, I'm using the Bitcoin price at 99,594 just to keep it correlating with the bitcointreasuries.net website. And the average Bitcoin mine so far for the month of January is sitting at 21.7. This is an increase from the December number. It was sitting in around 21.5 at that time. Also looking at the Bitcoin HODL as of the end of December was just 9,952. They did put out that press release early in January once they did go above that 10,000 Bitcoin mining number. But for this video, I'm going to stick with the December ending number and then add the rest of this January Bitcoin mining numbers. So looking at that, it does give them an estimated as of this January 15th date at 10,255.9 Bitcoin for a total Bitcoin value at $1.021 billion. And one last thing I did want to point out, I have it bold here. You can look at that January 14th date. That is so far the highest amount of Bitcoin mined in a single day for CleanSpark in the month of January. I also wanted to point out from January 9th through January 11th, you can see a slight dip in their daily Bitcoin mining numbers. There has been some speculation that could have been due to some power outages due to some of the winter storms that we've been seeing in January. You know, some of these different site locations could have incurred that. Also, some speculation could be that they may have de-energized a facility for a day or two as they were bringing on some additional power. So we do know that they were upgrading some of their sites to provide some additional megawatts, and that would allow them to rack some additional miners and get that hash rate increased. So we're not aware of exactly what caused that. Maybe they'll put it out at the end of the month when they announce their January mining update and some of operational highlights. But regardless, you can see that as of January 12th through the 15th, they've already popped back up into the 22 Bitcoin mining per day. So whatever that little blip was, it looks like it has been addressed. So I am curious to see if they will be able to continue hitting this 22 Bitcoin mine per day and get that average Bitcoin mined a number above 22. All right, and that wraps it up for me, folks. I hope you enjoyed this quick little update on CleanSpark's mid-January numbers, as well as a quick ranking update on the bitcointreasuries.net. If you did like that, please consider giving the video a like, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts about this video. Let me know your thoughts about CleanSpark as a Bitcoin mining company or one of these other companies that was mentioned here in terms of this Bitcoin treasury holdings. Do you think Tesla will purchase some additional Bitcoin and get back into the top 5 companies holding Bitcoin? And with all that said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.